Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me on my second vlog. A little bit different scenery this time. I'll be doing it from my car. The reason being the beach is not quite open yet, so yeah, we're not really allowed to walk on the beach as much. The fishermen are allowed on the beach, and it's actually crazy on the beach at the moment with the sardine run. It is pumping with fishermen. But yeah guys, thank you so much for all the love and support on the first video. I honestly didn't even know that I had so many friends, and the love and support that I've been given is absolutely amazing. We had almost 1,000 watch minutes on the first video already, which I didn't even expect 5 people to look at it, so that's already a step in the right direction. So yeah, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is basically how the power of positivity can actually change your life for the better. Negativity is always heading you in a downward spiral of negativity, and everything tends to fall apart when you're negative because your mind's not right. So yeah, basically what I told you guys about in the last few minutes of my vlog, on the first vlog, is what I'm actually going to talk about today. How I landed the job that I did in the UK, and the reason why we emigrate in the country. So let me start by putting it this way. The main reason why we chose to emigrate from sunny South Africa is basically 90% of the guys all feel the same. Well, everyone that's emigrating, at least, it's safety. It's, you know, I'm tired of walking around with a gun on my side every single day to protect myself and my wife, and it's too dangerous in this country. You know, I don't feel safe sending my beautiful wife to the shop, because you don't know what's going to happen at the shop. You don't know if she's going to get hijacked. You don't know if she's going to be kidnapped and murdered, or you just don't know those sort of things. So I value my life, I value my wife's life, and I value my one day children's lives as well. So the main reason for that is purely crime. Crime is the biggest deciding factor for us. Secondly, it's the economy. The economy of South Africa is not going so great. You know, the forex guys are making big money because our currency is doing bad. So all the guys that have invested money overseas, those are the guys that are making money. So when this economy does bad, they make money, which it's, yeah, that's just how it works. Some people have got the luck on their side. But for us, we chose a couple of things. We said, you know, healthcare. Does this country have great healthcare? We were like, oh, hell no, it doesn't. Does it have great education system? No. Is it safe? No. Yeah, there was a number of things. Off the top of my head, I can't think of them now, but there was a number of deciding factors that we actually assessed at first. And what we did is we thought, where do our children want to be in 20 years time? You know, and yeah, you can't really ask yourself that, but where we want our children to be is somewhere safe, somewhere with good healthcare, somewhere that's in a thriving economy where jobs are in abundance. So we decided we're going to make the move over to the UK. My wife Kaylee is a British citizen, so she's got a British passport and everything, and I was going to go through on a spousal visa until I looked at how much money a spousal visa actually costs, and it's scary expensive. I mean, you have to be a millionaire just to go and stay in the UK, and it's, for me at least, I don't have that sort of money lying around. You know, I'd rather invest that sort of money into a certain investment policy or scheme or something like that, you know. But I'm definitely not going to have 1.3 million to go and emigrate, you know. So what I basically did was, when we decided that we're going to be moving to the UK, I started to network with all my customers and my suppliers in the market. And what that helped me to achieve was Okay, so let me start from the beginning. So I put my resignation in about January, February side. Okay, I then told the company where I was working at, FTTX, an energy warehouse, I then said to them, listen, I'm going to be immigrating. I don't know when it's going to happen. I will let you guys know closer to the time. But I did put my formal resignation in. And then when it got closer to the time, I said, okay, you know, my last day is going to be on X day, example. And the boss man was obviously very sad that I was leaving and everything. But he understood that I have to better my life. So when I put my resignation in, I then started to network around with my customers and my suppliers. And I started telling them, guys, I have resigned, you know, it'll be my last few months coming up and I'm going to leave on this certain date. And they were very supportive. Some customers were obviously, oh, you know, oh, thank goodness, all sort of funny guys. But majority of the guys were all positive and understanding as to why we're leaving. And when I started to network, what that really helped me to achieve was understand how much my customers actually cared about me and how much my suppliers cared about me, because they were all sending me such amazing messages, you know, are you going to be missed? Are they losing an amazing employee? And I started thinking to myself, but why is everyone so nice to me? Why is everyone really going to miss me? And then I started assessing my life, and I said, you know, maybe it's because I've been working my backside off for the last few years, and you know, it's just it's so surreal to talk about it, because I've been working my backside off and you don't really get any recognition. So when you tend to leave, a lot of people tend to recognize what you've done in the workplace and what you've done in the market. And when my suppliers started reaching out to me, especially one specific customer in Denmark, or supplier, sorry, in Denmark, said to me, I heard you leaving to the UK. And I said, yeah, well, that's the plan. Myself, my wife are moving there. I told him the reasons why. And he said, well, just hang 10, you know, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to just see if this guy needs an employee, because you're a great guy. And obviously I was quite taken aback by that. I then said to him, no problem, please just let him chat to me, send him my number and everything, and my email address, and we'll get in touch. In turn, what he did is he CC'd me in an introductory mail that he sent to the guy, which is now my employer in the UK. And he said to him, this is Wesley. Wesley works for FTTX, and give him a shot. You know, he is looking for a job. He is immigrating. And he did. And he said he wanted to have a Skype chat with me. I in turn sent him my CV. We set up a date for the Skype chat. Had a little bit of a Skype chat. And in about half an hour, I could tell that this company was basically exactly the same as the company that I was currently working for. You know, it's very family orientated, straight to the point. You don't beat around the bush. And it was in the exact same field that I was in, so it made sense. And then he said, would I be interested in, you know, being a representative for him, that sort of thing. And I gladly accepted. I mean, it was an offer which I couldn't refuse. And sorry guys, South Africa, they love the hooters. And yeah, basically what happened is he offered me a position as business development manager for him, which I accepted. And everything is basically history from there. I mean, it's amazing the love and support that I've been given by suppliers, by customers, by my new employer. I mean, I've never met my employer. I don't know the guy. That we literally had a 45-minute conversation on Skype, and that was it. And this just shows that the power of positive thinking is honestly second to none, because if you mope around and you're always negative, you're always gonna be that one step behind where you're supposed to be. if you think positive, you're always going to be that one step ahead. You know, you're always going to be positive and, hey, what's up, guys? Cool, man. Yeah, I'm unemployed, but you know what? It'll come. My turn will come. And that's the sort of thinking that you have to have, you know, because when that one guy or that one employer comes across you and you guys have a conversation and he sees, flip, this guy's actually so positive, yet he doesn't have a job, yet he has nothing, but he's so positive, and eventually people will make a decision to take you on. So yeah, basically, just to wrap it up in a nutshell, the reason why we're leaving is the crime in the country, the economy, the hospital system, the education system, and the fact that in South Africa we do not believe that there's going to be many jobs available, especially considering that, you know, more than 20 million people in South Africa are without jobs at the moment. So that's like a third of our population, and it's only going to get worse, especially once as soon as the ANC is government, you know, it just tends to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and nobody tends to break the norm voting for another party because of what happened in the past in this country. You know, everybody's scared of apartheid and all of that nonsense. And yeah, so the main reason is that, and the second reason why we're leaving, just to give ourselves a better life and more value for money. You know what I mean? It's you know, if I go to the shop and I want to buy something and it costs me 100 rand, it's like 100 bucks for that. You know, it's a lot of money. Whereas if you go to the UK, the same thing that would cost you 100 rand costs you 70 rand. Obviously pounds conversion and all that, but it'll cost you 70 rand. So certain things are cheaper there, certain things are more expensive there than what it is here, but it's a price we're willing to pay. So we just want to have an amazing life, and I just want everyone to know the power of positive thinking. So you guys have to be positive. You know, I got very negative at one stage, and with my negativity, that I started looking at why I became negative. I wanted to know, when did I get negative? So I started searching through my Instagram feed and my Facebook feed and that sort of thing, and I actually realized that I get negative when friends ignore me, firstly, and secondly, it was when I sold my motorbike, my Husqvarna. And I realized, wow, like, why did I get negative once I sold my Husqvarna? I sold it willingly because I knew the end goal. I knew that I wanted to immigrate. I knew that I needed to start saving, and that's what I did. So I started asking myself these questions. You know, why am I negative? Why have my friends stopped talking to me? Why this? And it's all because of negativity. Every single thing is because of negativity. If you're negative, negative things will happen. If you're positive, positive things will happen. So just make sure you guys are always positive. I know it's difficult, it's hard for me, we're all still trying, you know, but that's hopefully what this message is about. You guys can try and stay positive, give you guys a little bit of news that's happening in someone else's life, you know, that something to motivate you and see that you're not the only one that's negative, that thinks negative, that's having a tough time, that's during all of this corona nonsense. You know, maybe you lost your job, maybe you don't have a job. I don't have a job, I'm unemployed at the moment, I'm living off of savings, you know, but that was the plan. That was, we set dates and everything as to when we want to immigrate, and we try to make it happen. And then when corona came in, you can't retract your resignation, you know, it's just not how it works. So I worked a little bit longer, and then I'm now without a job, but I'm positive because I know I've got a job in the UK. Everything's happening for a reason. And just try and stick at it, try and be positive, try and be the person that always puts a smile on somebody else's face. And don't be selfish, you know. Nobody's going to take your money out of your pocket. Nobody's gonna do things purposely to try and sabotage you, you know. If they do, I'm really sorry for that, but 90% of the people are not gonna purposely go out there and sabotage you and be negative towards you and that sort of stuff. So just try and stay positive, try and be the better person. Send that friend a message that you've never spoken to, phone that parents of yours that you've never spoken to for a few months, you know. Speak to people, be happy, put your problems in the past and just look forward and focus on the future. But yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say, is just live your life positively, and always remember to be happy, always remember to be kind to people, because one hand washes the other hand, you know what I mean? If you're negative to someone, someone's going to be negative to you. So live life positive and just enjoy it. Cool. Much love, guys. Peace out.